Yo, what's up everyone? In this video, I'm gonna explain to you how I gained 10 pounds of muscle in 30 days and how you can also apply the same strategies I use so you can gain healthy, sustainable weight, ideally muscle. This is for anyone who's struggling to gain weight right now, they're a hard gainer, or they just don't know what they're doing and they need some direction. So we gotta focus on these four things: your mindset, your nutrition strategy, your workout plan, and your lifestyle. Ideally, you have all four of these aligned, because if one's missing, it's gonna really screw up your chances to actually make progress. All right, you gotta wake up, you gotta be serious. If you want muscle, you gotta be disciplined. You're gonna have to do things that the average person doesn't do. Okay, so your mindset has to be this: I have to be ready to work hard. I have to be ready to track what I'm eating and be very cognitive of what I'm putting into my body. I need to be very cognitive of my sleep, because sleep is when you recover after your heavy workouts. So get your mind right. Like, for the next 30 days, I am dedicated. I'm gonna have a weekly structured routine where I'm going to the gym. I'm gonna be eating the foods I need to eat. I'm gonna get the right sleep. And it might be hard during it, but I'm ready and I'm prepared to do the work, because the reward is amazing. And once you hit that taste of success, you're just gonna keep doing it because it's addicting and it's a great result. It's better than just wasting time partying on your phone, whatever. You're actually making moves to be better, your best self. Life's about personal transformation, and this is what we're here to do. You want muscle, you wanna be strong, the ladies like it. It's useful in a bunch of life situations. There's no downside in being strong and having muscle. All right, let's get into it. New nutritional strategy. At the end of the day, you want to be in a calorie surplus. So when you're eating food, understand how much calories you're getting in. To know the exact number, to just have a better guideline and estimation, know your total daily energy expenditure, which is your TDEE. Just Google it or click below, download the Daily Health Protocol. It's free and it has that calculator for you to determine. You want to be in around a 500 to 800 calorie surplus. So if my TDEE number is 3,000 calories, then I'm going to want to have 3,500 to 3,800 calories per day. You can even increase that if you're able to eat that much food and if it's congruent to the work and intensity you're putting in for your workouts, which is why you want a workout plan and you want to know what you're doing every single day. Now, aim for 0.8 to 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight per day. So if I weigh 200 pounds, I want 200 grams of protein in. Ideally, you may not get that. You may come close to it, as long as your protein range is close to that. All right? You're gonna feel like you're full most likely. So you want to have a strategy of your eating windows. I don't like to eat a lot in the morning, so I understand I'm gonna have to catch up and eat a lot for dinner time. And basically, I shut it down at the end of the day. If my biggest meal is around 7 or 8 p.m., I'm gonna get all my work done, because once I have that huge meal, I'm really just gonna wanna sit down and digest. If you understand what lions do, lions will have a giant meal and they will lay on the ground for 20 hours a day. And it's pretty similar with us in building muscle. You're gonna lift hard, you're gonna work your ass off, and you're gonna eat, and then you're gonna chill and sleep. And then when you sleep, you literally build muscle and get bigger and gain weight, healthy weight. That's basically how the cycle goes. So, be in a calorie surplus and get your protein goals in no matter what. You also wanna mix in complex carbohydrates. Carbohydrates have a lot of calories, they have fiber, and you want carbs to build muscle. Yes, protein repairs it, but carbs give your muscles energy so you can actually train harder. Who would have known? And it's calories, so you're gonna build muscle. If you don't get enough calories in, you're not gonna build muscle. Well, you can still build muscle, you can preserve muscle, you can get stronger, but just not as quickly. All right, so fats. You wanna get healthy fats in. These also have a lot of calories, like nuts, almonds, cashews, pecan, whatever. The nuts are very high in calories. Avocados, high in calories. really good healthy fats. So you want to just blend in the protein, the carbohydrates, and the healthy fats. You're not going to really want to drink soda and ice cream and all these things. Those are for like emergency situations where, you know, life happens. You might have not had a big enough lunch. Let's say you didn't have your eggs or ground beef, or nighttime. You didn't have an opportunity to have a big dinner. You had a light one. And if you have to, because you train hard, you could probably go to McDonald's or Taco Bell, eat 2 or 3 things, get 1,000 calories in like that. Boom. And then you're kind of caught up. But you don't want to like put that first. You really just want to have your basic guideline of eating real whole foods and then just upping the volume of those whole foods. You're going to be more full, but that's all right. You're trying to gain weight. You're going to be bloated. That's all right. You're trying to gain weight. I mean, to really prevent the bloating, if I have a huge dinner, I'll go for like a 5-10 minute walk. It really helps with the digestion. Just a quick tip there. Okay, so the next one is your workout plan. This is by far like the most, they're all super important. But if you're not lifting weights, you're not gonna gain healthy, sustainable weight. You're not gonna gain muscle. So you want to focus on compound lifts, the bench press, the heavy squat, the RDLs, the Bulgarian split squats, pull-ups, shoulder press. You want to mix all these in to your workout program to maximize muscle growth and your time. So one of the best ways to start is do 4x8 or 5x5. This is simple. If I'm squatting, just 5 sets of 5. Round your last 2 sets, make them around 80 to 85% of your max. This way you get close to your max, you're stimulating yourself, you're setting yourself up for adaptation, and you're going to progressively overload and get a little stronger each week when you do so. Now, you can do some accessory lifts. If you want to get your biceps a little stronger, then you mix in pull-ups and maybe you do 2 or 3 more sets of like a certain bicep curl. You want to get your quads a little bigger, then do 2 or 3 more sets of leg extensions. But you should be working your ass off when you're in the gym, and you really don't have to work out every day. You could do 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, where you really lift intensely. Tuesday, Thursday could be more of a light, active recovery day. You could still do some lifts, but you're not going to go super heavy and tax yourself. You want to use those heavy big days as the bulk of your training to reap the most gains and most benefits. And Tuesday, Thursday, you're going to be hungry, you're going to be sore, so you can just eat more those days to gain weight and prepare for the next day's workout. Each workout is just super high quality, and you're going to notice substantial gains, substantial strength gains like this. One more caveat about the nutritional strategy. You should be taking creatine, 5 grams of creatine every single day. You will gain about 5 to 8 pounds of creatine after like 2 weeks. Yes, you're getting more water weight in, but creatine is the magic supplement. You will recover faster. You'll notice like you don't get fatigued as quickly. You could do more reps, which means you're going to train more intensely, which means you're just going to get stronger and gain more muscle that way. So take creatine and you will thank me later. All right. Yes. So like I said, part of training is each week you're going to progressively overload, which means to adapt, you need to raise the stimulus a little bit every week. So if I'm squatting like 315 one week, the next week I'm going to want to squat 320, 325, and you're going to get stronger that way. You introduce a new stimulus, you adapt, you could keep doing that. And if you're eating, you're gaining muscle, you're going to get stronger, you're fueling yourself. It's a win-win-win-win-win. It's honestly the best dynamic, gaining muscle, because it's like very simple, and I hope you understand. If you have any questions, please leave them down below so I can simplify it. All right, And that's another thing. Rest is when you grow. So with your workout plan, you should rest Saturday and Sunday, because the workout you do Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and if you still do a little here and there on Tuesday, Thursday, you're gonna be fatigued, you're gonna be tired. Saturday is just refuel, walk, go in the sauna, go in the pool. This is how important your workouts are, because you only get 3 chances a week to really stimulate and push yourself hard. And if you do it right, you're not going to want to do anything on the weekends. And like I said, the weekends are for eating, for walking, for rolling out, foam rolling, getting the kinks out, and preparing for those workouts. And you're going to eat a lot on the weekends. You're going to be instantly hungrier no matter what once you start lifting. You know, you're just going to constantly want to eat. Like, I could probably gain 15 pounds in 30 days, honestly, if I just ate more, which I don't want to, because I'm a runner, and if I got too big at mass, my running would suffer a lot. But yeah, like, eating is easy when you're lifting weights because you're gonna be hungry all the time. All right, let me check in with this. And your lifestyle. So are you a consistent person, or do you just start something and give up? Like, be real with yourself. Your lifestyle is gonna have to be this. You wake up, you chug water, you get a meal in, some protein in, you are setting yourself up to have a great workout. Whether you work out in the morning, in the evening, or in the middle of the day, you're getting your meals ready for after, you're getting your meals ready before bed. You have a plan of when you're gonna eat, you have an estimate, or you're writing down your calories, your protein, what you're getting in, and you're going to bed on time. You have a nighttime routine where you're gonna maximize deep sleep. You're blacking out your curtains, you're turning your phone off an hour before bed, maybe you're just reading, maybe you stretch, and you're giving yourself space to fall into a deep sleep, because sleep is so important. So your lifestyle is pretty simple, it's kind of boring. You're not going to be messing around. Like, you're just not. You're going to want to rest anyway, because your body's going to be sore because you're pushing yourself and you're raising the intensity of how you're training. Like, how bad do you want this? What you're doing now isn't working. So just look at it as this like new thing. I'm going to go to the gym and I'm going to exert myself more than I ever have. I'm actually going to give more than I think is possible. I'm just going to test it out. Like, why not? You know, I'm not going to resist pain. I'm going to actually go out there and see what I'm made of. All right? And that's a lifestyle, to see what you're made of. All right. Consistency is the biggest key. So you're just consistent. You set out a goal. You're going to do what needs to be done every single day. Let's say you aim for 10 pounds in 30 days and you only get 5, or you only get 4. Okay, that's better than where you were at 30 days before. So just keep going. Keep going. Think long term. You don't need all the results in 30 days. You're setting the bar high, so even if you miss, it's still higher than if you set it low. And once you really do 30 days, you're going to have these habits ingrained in you, and then you're just going to keep going and getting the results. And then it could just boom, all of a sudden, you just have this huge month of gains because you just stuck in it. But you would have never known that huge month to happen if you didn't stick in and were consistent with working out, with eating right, with getting your sleep. Okay? And the result is you have muscle, you're strong. Like, don't you want that? Aren't you tired of being weak, people making fun of you, just not being confident when you look in the mirror? Like, you don't need motivation. Like, you have to have the mindset of like, there's no other option. I'm gonna make this work. I'm gonna build muscle, and I'm gonna be the best I can be. F what everyone else is doing. I'm on a mission. I want to get stronger. And yes, you're gonna gain muscle, but the benefit is so much more mental and spiritual when you lift and you work out and you make progress. And then you realize these principles apply to every area in my life. If I want to have better relationships, if I want to make better business deals, make network better, make more money, there's going to be certain habits that you have to do every single day and stay disciplined and stay consistent over a long period of time to have better relationships, to find a way to make more money, to have your business do better, to get stronger, to build muscle. It's all the same. It's the same principle. All right? So hope this video helps. To gain muscle, have the mindset, you're gonna make it happen. Eat more protein, be in a 500 to 800 calorie surplus, maybe even more if you're truly training extremely hard and you're sore. Workout plan, compound lifts, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Lifestyle, get really good sleep, be consistent, understand like I'm gonna be different than what most people are doing, and that's all right. You're gonna be in the gym on a Friday night when it's gonna be empty, but you care about the result more than what everyone else is doing, okay? I have a free 18-page PDF called the Daily Health Protocol. Read that. It's everything you need to know about the 3 pillars of health: training, diet, and recovery. I'm also offering a 90-day transformation workout program called the Greek God Formula. Has every cardio workout, core circuit workout, lifting workout, warm up. It lists everything, structured, progressive overload over 12 weeks. You know what you're doing every day. There's no confusion. You're gonna get extremely strong. You're gonna gain muscle. You're gonna get lean. The whole goal is to maximize your physique. Check that out. And yeah, this is it. It's not that complicated. If you have any questions, please leave them below. And make sure you like and subscribe. I'm going to be making more content of how to gain weight or how to lose weight, just anything to maximize your health for whatever your goals are. All right? Peace.